Are we ready? Going live?
Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thank you for joining in. Welcome all Mandela effectians. Man, we are set for a really great weekend with the Super Bowl coming up. It's exciting.
The big game, Brian. You got to say the big game. Can't say Super Bowl. Oh, I just said it. You have to say the big game to be politically correct.
Okay,
You know?
the big game.
Yeah.
The big game is coming up.
The big game. And I just made my touchdown. Yay.
Yay, Theresa.
Yay. Sandy will be with us in a few minutes.
I'm right here.
What's going on, Brian? Anything new in your life? Weather? How's the weather?
It's just been cold. Really cold.
Yeah.
Today.
I got to see some snow about a week ago or so, and it never rarely snows in Las Vegas. And I woke up where I live at, and a lot of snow on the ground. Enough for it was at least an inch or two, but it was pretty good. I was excited. I mean, it lasted part of the day, but then it melted. So by the time I got home, it was all gone. But it was fun while it lasted, for a few hours at least.
Did you get
Snow
to
doesn't stick here. Snow doesn't stick in the desert.
Were there kids out there making snowballs?
Yeah, we have a few people in the chat. Andar, Empire, She-Minix, and that's it for now. As people join in, I'm sure I can do a call out later.
Yeah, we're going to be doing lots of shout outs throughout the show.
Yeah.
What about birthdays this week? Do we have any birthdays to cover, Theresa?
I didn't get any. Oh, actually, let me look at my calendar. Hold on.
Well, didn't we have, wasn't it your mom's birthday?
Yeah, wasn't your mom's birthday?
My mom's was on the 1st.
Let me see if I have anybody. Let me look at my calendar for February.
That was only 5 days ago. It was still this week.
We have Evie Noel coming up next week, guys, on the 10th.
Yep, Evie Noel's birthday is on the 10th.
And that's pretty much it for my group, Brian.
All right.
That's it that I know of. Happy birthday, early birthday, Evie. Yay.
And we have a new person in the chat. We have Karen. Welcome, Karen.
Karen Maloney.
Oh, Karen Maloney. Welcome.
Hey, Karen.
Welcome.
I'm not in the chat yet.
Santa will be there soon. Colin. Oh, Colin. Brian wants to know if he could ever join the Hangout. Brian, you know Colin?
What?
Colin?
Colin.
Oh, yeah. Colin. I swore you were saying
Colin.
call in.
No calling in. We got too much tonight.
Well, let me see as far as wrenches go. See how many wrenches are running around in the chat. Let me have a look.
I don't think there's any, Brian.
Because you never know. We may have some trolls that like to come in our chat, so it'd be great to have some of you guys with wrenches. So let me just evaluate that real quick.
Evaluate your wrenches. I don't blame you. Oh, I don't even think I have one. Do I? Brian, do I have a wrench? Oh, yay! Oh, wait, I can see who has a wrench, Brian.
Shmeenix has a wrench.
She's got one, and I got one.
I have one.
Sandy has one, I have one, and She-Mix has a wrench.
Colin, I'm going to give you a wrench. I'm trusting you with it with your life.
Okay, Colin, getting a wrench.
All right.
Use it if you only have to.
Use it if you have to.
Emergency, yeah. Hi, Bit of Venom, welcome. I could hear myself. Sorry, I was on my phone trying to listen to the show.
And their Empire, I got you a wrench as well. Because you were actually here first in the chat, so welcome, everyone.
Welcome. I think we got more people will join in, I imagine.
As you guys know, I was just doing some thinking, Theresa. I'm sorry.
It's dangerous to do any thinking, Brian.
No, I was just doing some thinking that we're heading into year 5 of being a awoke, so to speak, to the
Woke,
Mandela effect.
yeah.
Most of us woke up around 2016, but there are some of us out there who were woken up before 2016.
Yeah.
Is there any? Let me ask the chat. Is there anybody in the chat who was awake before 2016?
Prior.
Prior to 2016, is there anyone in the chat that was affected by the Mandela?
I'm curious to know. Yeah, but let me tell you what, Brian, if you ever had to look it up, there was such an influx of people in 2016. I noticed that. I forgot somebody did like a chart thing or something. I don't know what it was, and they showed a lot of people in 2016, and it was like half the year, like the other end of the year, that a lot of people did wake up. I noticed that. Bit of Venom's 2016, so no. Huh. And I don't know.
Colin says Skechers in 1998.
Oh my God. Karen Maloney said 1990. Oh wow, Karen, she goes way back. Huh. Andor Empire said 2019, so he's kind of a newbie. Stephen Clark said 9/11 woke him up. Welcome, Stephen Clark. 2016 for it was Stephen Clark is at 9/11. Yeah, Colin, Photo Helix died. Brian, did you ever talk about that?
No, we didn't talk about that. So what happened? Why did he die and when?
He had cancer, but I don't know exactly what kind of cancer it was. The person who would know more about that would be Carla Redfell if she was in the chat. But all I know is he had cancer that he'd been fighting for a long time, and a lot of people had been going to visit him on and off throughout the year. What's that one lady's name? Rachel had visited him, Carla, a few other people that know Photo, but he I'm not sure which day it was he passed away, but it was in the chat in my group and other places. But yeah, he did finally pass away, and I think they're doing like a PayPal or what do you call that when you're trying to raise money? Not a PayPal.
GoFundMe.
I think they're trying to raise money somehow, and I think Carla had did a post somewhere trying to help with as far as funeral expenses and everything. So there should be a post somewhere. I think if you get in touch with Carla Redpell, that she can probably give you more information. Oh, it's GoFundMe. Thank you, Colin. More information about that. So if you would like to donate any money, if you're interested in doing that, you're welcome to it. So, but yeah, may he rest in peace. He was part of the community. He knew a lot about the changes as part of the Bible and everything. So he's really into that part of it. So. Go ahead, Brian. Sorry, I didn't mean to take over.
No, it's okay. Theresa, we just got something here in the chat from David Morris. Said he was affected in 1977 with his first ME.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Adidas changed for me as a 10-year-old. That's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
That is the earliest I've heard.
You know, you guys, what if the Mandela effect has always been around for years and years, and we just never noticed it, and it just took time for each person to wake up?
I wonder if it's always happened before I knew that there was a Mandela effect.
That's what I wonder. If I've been seeing things and just not really paying attention, and I wonder if that's why a lot of people are not awake to it, because they're just not really. You're not really looking to it. You just go to the store, buy this, buy that, not paying attention to any dashes and Kit Kat or Fruit Loops or, you're not paying attention because you're so used to seeing it every day that in your mind, you think it's supposed to be like that. Does that make sense? You get used to it until somebody points it out. And then you're like, oh my God, you're right. And I had to do that to a lady before the whole virus thing hit. She was doing the taste testing, and I walked her around the store, showed her all the wrong things, and she's got her camera taking pictures. She must be doing a taste testing thing at Walmart, and I'm walking around showing her all the wrong things. I woke her up. She goes, oh my God, you're right.
I woke up somebody in the mall. We were talking about J.C. Penney and how it changed, because I asked the person directly. I said, and she was there with her sister. I said, what How do you spell J.C. Penney? JCPENNY. And I had it on. I had it on recording. Like I think I recorded her voice saying it. But then she had a Mr. Smith effect where, where she suddenly merged with the current reality.
No way.
No, it was always PENNEY. That's what really got me.
Oh.
That's when there's some kind of update that they're getting.
Yeah. We got a few new people. It looks like Gene Johnson's joined us. And we also have Moon Freedom. It's okay, you didn't miss much, Moon Freedom. We haven't shared any Mandela effects yet. We're just chatting right now, so you haven't missed anything. Just us talking about different things. But yeah, welcome.
Now, Schmeenix put something here very important. So the longer I've been awake to the effect, the less effects I see on a regular basis. I think a lot of us have had the same experience. Yes, it does seem like there's like a plateau that you kind of reach when it comes to seeing these effects. However, there are some people that still see them on a daily basis.
That would be me.
Like Sandy and myself, I still see them. I can't really ignore them. I mean, if I see something, it kind of literally like, I want you to see this, and I'm like, oh, great. I try not to pay attention, but sometimes they want you to see it. Does that make sense? The Mandela effect.
Right? Colin, what is that you're sharing with the?
Everyone's seen this. Something about Flickr. I don't know what is it, Colin?
It's a Flickr album.
You want to click on it and see what it is? I don't know what it is. What is it, Colin? Endar says, I remember J.C. Penney because like 15 years ago they had the buy one get one for a penny sale. Yes, exactly. I mentioned that to you, Brian. Why would they call it J.C. Penney? Because they want to save you pennies. You get it? That was the reason for it. Not we're going to save you a penny. Oh, Colin said it's a collection of residue. Oh, thank you, Colin. Brian, maybe you can show it later on, some residue.
Yeah, sure. Let me switch over to the YouTube.
Okay.
Oh, it's Nathaniel Hebert's Mandela database.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he's sharing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Nathaniel Hebert's. A lot of people will, in Teresa's group, will share it like they found it. That's one of the members of Teresa's group's Mandela effect residue database.
Yeah. He probably didn't know that. Yeah,
Nathaniel Winters Hebert.
Yeah, it is a great collection, Colin. A lot of people get a lot of the residue out of there, but if they do, they should actually give Nathan credit by right. I mean, I would if I ever use any of his residue. I do give him credit. Correct?
The new one isn't residue research, is it? I'm asking him about the new one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there's a new link, I guess.
A new link?
Yeah, that's what he said. Let me show you the new one I found. That's what I'm asking if it's residue.
Yeah, we're aware of the new. We're aware of the bow tie. That's the new effect on the.
Yeah, there even says Nathaniel in it. It's Nathaniel Hebert.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nathaniel Winters Hebert. He's in our group.
Colin, it's okay. You just said sorry. Somebody was talking about the bow tie. Brian, do you want to show it for people if they don't know about that one yet on the Tin Man, the bow tie?
Oh yeah, the Tin Man. By the way, Mikey Gematria is here. Welcome, Mikey. Bit of Venom. I don't know if we gave you a shout out yet, Steven.
I did.
You did? Okay. Moon Freedom.
I've been giving out shout outs.
And thank you, Colin, because I wasn't following that one, so I'm following it now. I appreciate you sharing the link. No apologies.
Is the link there?
Nathaniel's new album. I didn't know.
He's got a new album?
Yeah, so I'm following it now.
Ooh, thank you. I'll have to click on it in the show, right? On my phone. Yes.
Yeah. Happy belated birthday, Anita.
We're going to start on effects, guys?
Yeah, we're ready to go if you want to get
Okay.
started.
All right. Whenever you want to start, I'll mute myself. Go ahead.
Sure, we got people watching, so we're ready to begin our main course of the show.
How about you start with Theresa since it's relevant to current events?
Sure, go right ahead.
No, I'm saying the folder says Theresa's.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I don't know which one you're doing though.
I'm refreshing Flickr, and you know how Flickr takes a minute.
It's
Yes.
slow.
Yes, refreshing is good because sometimes it
It's
doesn't
okay,
upload.
Colin. At least your mom's waking up. Colin
It
said
doesn't
he
like
wished
more than
my
one
mom.
person in there.
Oh, you wish
Okay.
my mom would see the changes. She will one day, Colin.
So without looking up, see, we on this show we don't encourage Googling anything until you look and see what you put first, because
Okay.
your chances are your first guess was right initially. So we're going to ask you some questions, guys. Don't Google it until later.
No Googling.
No Googling.
No cheating. Oh, here we go. Let's see what this is. Ah, thank you. So, Christopher Plummer just passed away the other day. A lot of you guys probably don't know about that. He was 91 years old, and he did pass away from complications from a fall. And I need to find out the Canadian actor most famous for portraying Captain Von Trapp and The Sound of Music, Christopher Plummer. Can you please spell his last name, Plummer? How do you remember it being spelled? Again, this movie came out in 1962, I believe, The Sound of Music. So it's pretty much as old as me, except I think I'm 1 year older than it. Actually, no, it's 1 year older than me. So it's 58 years old. Again, Christopher Plummer. Can you please spell Christopher Plummer and rest in peace? I think this is the second time he's passed away. Because I think I remember him dying before. But please
Okay.
spell Plummer.
Actually, Brian,
All
I'm
right.
sending you images in Messenger. After we get the answers from the
Mhm.
chat, go to the images because it's other posts about him dying in Teresa's group. So
Yeah.
we just want to show them really quick. People back in 2020 and 2018 talking about they thought he had already died.
Yeah. Exactly. When I did this post, I'm like, oh my God, you're right. And I swear I did this post before. And I'm
Well,
like,
where do you want me to look for that, Sandy?
Oh, I'm sending it to you
the
in
one that
Messenger,
don't
but
exist.
don't show it until we get answers because it gives his name
Yeah.
away.
Um,
And then after that is the poll we did in the group with the name change. So you're going to
so
see
I'm
it
getting
in
a lot of,
Messenger.
All right, can I
okay.
show what's in the messenger?
Yes. There's answers in the chat. So far, if I remember, it's MM.
Ah, I feel so crappy.
It's not MR now. No.
Well,
So
I
this is
remembered
Evie
it spelled,
Noel in 2018 saying, I thought Christopher Plummer had died. And
yeah.
he obviously was not dead in September of 2018. And Becky Myers-Birch agreed.
Yeah, I could have sworn I heard about him dying. Is
This
there any
one is
residue about it?
This one is from 2020, December, from Simon Wilson, saying that he thought he died too, but then saw this and he's alive and well at 91. Why am I hearing the Golden Girls, Theresa?
You hearing the Golden Girls?
Yeah, Teresa's watching the Golden
Not
Girls.
me.
Teresa.
I'm muted, Sandy. It can't be me. I'm muted.
Oh, then it's Brian. I heard the Golden
Yeah, that's
Girls.
probably me. I play the Golden Girls in the background, so my daughter, she can get a
I
sleep
don't
too.
watch the Golden Girls, so
Gotcha.
I know it. Sandy, I know it's not the Golden Girls for me because I don't watch that show. It makes me feel old.
I put it on for my daughter, and she relaxes to it. She goes to
Well,
sleep.
that's ironic because when Teresa calls me, that's her ringtone. The thank you for being a friend song. That's the ring throw
Really?
for Theresa. Yeah, really.
Honey, don't age me, Sandy.
Well, Karen says, I thought he had already died before, too.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you want to show the poll in the group? That's the last image I sent.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I think I'm losing, guys.
Yeah, we'll
And
show the
no one
poll. The actual poll in the group shows most people remember MM. There are some people, however, that remember B.
There is some people who remember it like me, right? I hope.
Yes,
How
there
many?
is. There is, and the residue remembers it like you do.
Yeah, wait till you see the residue Sandy found. Thank you, Sandy. I swear that other way looks weird. I'm sorry.
Well, if it changed many years ago. But the way I've always seen it was PLUMMER. Like I said, it could have changed a long time ago, you know, and we're just not affected by it. Some of us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Plummer, 1929 to 2021. His name is currently Plummer with 2 M's, but many remember his name being Plummer like an actual plumber with a B.
So this is how it is now. It's red. You're in the red graphic.
All right, you guys
Now,
see that?
interestingly, I never knew that his real name was Arthur.
Really?
Christopher's his middle name.
And hold on, he died February 5th. Okay, so keep that in mind. He'll probably be back. Give it about a year or so. He'll be back. Christopher Plummer.
Now, see in the orange, his name, Arthur Christopher Orme Plummer. I never knew his first name. I knew Christopher Orme because it's weird, Orme, but I've never known it to be Arthur as his first name.
Me neither. If my name was Arthur, I think I'd have to change it to probably my middle name.
What's wrong with Artie?
Huh?
There's plenty of celebrities with the name Artie, like from back then.
Oh yeah, from back then, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so he could have gone with Artie.
Yeah, that's true. Or Art.
Art Plummer, yeah. Or even Arthur.
Plummer. Now this is resident Christopher Plummer with a B.
Yeah, but ironically, the hashtag is NM and no one noticed it.
That is strange. You ever wonder sometimes if some of these people are like, you never know if they're real people behind the Twitter, you know, if they're robots or AI.
Yeah. Guardian Matrix says, from what I can tell, Betty White is alive again. And not only that, she just turned 99 years old. Betty White is 99.
You know who else is getting old is Patrick Stewart.
Now, here's the problem. They're all getting old because we're getting old,
I
Brad.
thought he was 91.
They're all getting old.
We're all
Oh my
aging
God.
together.
We're all getting old, closer to our death.
It is strange the residue you find, like all the
This is
plumbers.
nothing. This is just Twitter. Wait till you get to the articles.
There is Christopher Plummer with a B.
This is Town and Country Magazine. Christopher Plummer with a B. Now we're at the University of Toronto Press. PLUMBER. There's a duplicate. That top one is a duplicate. You're going to see it twice. Just bear with it. There's a lot of residue for the B, guys. So whether it's your reality or not, You might have to concede that it was a reality.
Yeah, because we tend to think that, well, like, we remember it a certain way, and we're like almost all subjected to that definition of reality. When there are some people that remember it a different way, and we have to accept that. Doesn't mean it's the right way, because there is no right way. There's no wrong way either in this case. You make me want to watch this movie again, Sandy.
Teresa. You mean Teresa?
The Sound of Music. I haven't seen that in a while.
It's one of my favorite movies. It's up there in the top 10.
Yeah, I usually watch that one right around the same time I watch Mary Poppins, because it's the same actress, Julie Andrews.
Don't forget about Wizard of Oz.
Oh, Wizard of Oz, I watched that. I could watch that movie over and over again, can't you?
No. No, I can watch Sound of Music over and over again, but The Wizard of Oz would bore me after a while. It's too slow for me. Hello, Mustard Seed. Welcome.
I don't know, but we keep finding Mandela effects in The Wizard of Oz. So maybe it is to just keep an eye on it.
Mm-hmm.
Between that one and say Back to the Future, common movies. There's little small changes here and there. All right, well,
There's
that's
a lot
it.
of recipe of that. Yeah.
What's another good one I can talk about, Sandy? What's next? What should I talk about next?
Do you want to get the Flintstones out of the way, since that was what caused us to start late?
Yeah. Heck, it could disappear again, so we might as well cover it quickly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys. Guys, I covered a Mandela effect back in, actually, I don't know. All I know is it was LGS Live Guest Show 3 with Brian. So we're talking early 2019. This folder just disappeared. Gone. I had to recreate the graphics from scratch. So, and then merge them together because, well, there's more
Burgos.
tonight.
Hey, we got some new people, guys, in the chat. Burgos.
Hey, welcome,
and
Burgos.
Adam Christ.
Bit of Venom says Wizard of Oz has a lot of Emmy infestation.
I know. The gun is what makes me crazy.
No, Burgos is asking me to show a clip, but the only clip I have is the I Love Lucy one. I'm missing whatever you sent me, unless you're talking about I Love Lucy again.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
No, I need Burgos to answer what clip he's talking about. I have pictures from him, but no clip except for the Lucy one.
Hey, Burgos, welcome.
Can you guys see the screen right there?
Looks good, Brian. Make it a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger.
Well, the images don't really matter. This is just an intro to what we're talking about.
I'm Mikey.
Yeah, sure. Email it now. I'll run it by Brian.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. So this obviously was found by someone else. I don't remember who found it. But the point is, the Flintstones is one of those things that the Mandela effect just really likes to mess with. And we've had many changes with it. From the name, like you see on the screen, to the characters. Next image, Brian. So tonight we are going to recap the changes that Theresa and I have found, as well as a possible new one by Matthew Reed. I'm not affected by it, but maybe you guys will be. Who knows? So, for starters, stay here for a second, Brian. In case you've missed my several explanations of what I call the variation effect. It started with Mickey Mouse having all different color shorts. Mickey Mouse, who should only have red shorts, now has green, yellow, orange, rainbow, blue, all different colors. I'm calling it the variation effect. That should not exist. Well, it seems like Fred Flintstone especially, but also Wilma, also all of them actually. I'm finding them all different colors when they shouldn't be. And it's weird. So right here you can see Fred Flintstone in a yellow outfit. I can't see the top image, Brian.
Okay, but can you, before I show any images, can you ask them what if they remember about?
Oh no, there's a graphic for it. It's coming up. It's
okay,
next graphic.
okay.
So he's wearing blue at the top, which is weird. These colors shouldn't exist. Green, yellow, blue. No, it's always orange. At least in my past. But all right, you can go to the next graphic. Yeah, same as a lot of things. There's a lot of variation effects out there now. So Matthew Reed recently posted that he doesn't remember Fred Flintstone having a tie. Now, again, I'm not affected by this, but as you can see here, there is some residue of no tie. So the question is, do you remember the blue tie?
Any
Or
answers?
green? Yeah,
Sandy, huh?
Hislam says he's wearing a skin. What animal is blue? Or green? Or the, what other color was there? Blue, green. There's a red one coming up. You know, I don't know.
So how many people remember a tie and how many people don't?
So Dare Empire says, I remember the tie, but only in a few episodes, I think. Guardian Matrix, blue tie, always.
I remember tie 1,000%, guys.
Okay. Carameloni, I thought his outfit was always orange and thought he had a tie. It is all over the place with Emmys. It's crazy stuff. Agreed. Blue tie, blue tie. Oh, correction equals MCSQ Hazer. No tie. So there's another residue. Did you say it, Ryan?
Yeah, I saw that.
All right, so
that's good residue.
Thank you. Here we are recapping. This is Teresa's Mandela effect with pebbles. Which hairstyle do you remember? Left or right? 2 ponytails or 1 ponytail?
Yeah, that one
two.
drove me crazy, Brian. That one drove me crazy.
I remember 1.
But guess what it is now? Huh.
You saying it's 2?
Hold on, wait. We're trying to see what the chat remembers, Brian. Hold on. Burgos, you can send it over now. Yes. So, Bit of Venom is 1. Carameloni, 1. 1 for Guardian Matrix. Thank you. Correction. You can stay. I can just call you Correction. Voice in the Woods is 1. 1 ponytail for David Morris. All right, Brian. Yes, it's 2 now. You can go on.
No, there's no way. No way.
That is how it's always
Yep,
been.
I found that one, Brian. Brian, I found that one a while back. I was like, what?
And can we just, again, notice the weird colors these kids are wearing? Variations.
There's residue.
Yes, this is residue of 1. And I have some more residue of 1 coming up at the end that I found tonight.
Sandy found some awesome residue. This one's yours, Sandy, right?
Yeah, this one's mine. What color is Bam Bam's
This is a good
club?
one, Sandy.
Now, as you can see, Bam Bam's name is a Mandela effect, for me at least. There was never 2 M's. The dash was auto-filled. I didn't put the dash in. That was auto-filled by the program that I was typing in. You can ignore that dash. There is no dash in Bam Bam. The question is, do you remember a green club or a brown club? Burgos, we already watched that clip. I thought. That's the clip I have. Brian, did we play the clip on your channel last time? Of Desi and Lucy on a game show?
I don't think so. I'm trying to remember.
Okay. All right. Well, the answers coming in the chat are Bit of Venom Brown, Moon Freedom Brown, Guardian Matrix Brown, David Morris Brown, Karen Maloney Brown, Andar is confused with Green Club, Derek Coleman Brown, Voice in the Woods Brown. Why would it be green? Because it is now. I'm sorry. Just because it is. As you can see, those two scenes are from cartoon. If you go look at Bam Bam on Pebbles cereal, Green Club everywhere, it's green now. No, it must be moldy wood. No, it doesn't make sense. I completely agree there. Here's residue of what I remember. Brown. We're going to be covering the Grand Pumbaa. We're going to be covering that correction. Virgos, I already have that clip. That's the one you sent last time. I thought you meant a new one. I also don't remember this episode existing. Season 3, episode 23, The Blessed Event, is where Pebbles was born. And I have never heard of this episode. Some people do remember it, but I don't. Right, white hair, that's another one. The Bam Bam having white hair instead of blonde. There's so many Mandela effects. We're just covering the ones that Theresa and I found, though. We're not covering other people's Mandela effects tonight. Except for Matthew Reed's, because he mentioned it tonight.
That's crazy about her hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good find, Theresa. Here's another question.
Right. Yes.
Thank you, Brian.
What color was the Loyal Order of the Water Buffalo hat? What color is the hat? Scrappy Dabby Doo says brown.
Hey, Scrappy Dabby.
Virgos. Matrix Seeker says brown. It's okay if you have no idea. Brown for David Morris. Buffaloes are brown. Yes, Islam. Virgo says brown. Brown, because it's a water buffalo, says Moon Freedom. Brian, you want to shock their socks off?
Yes.
Go to the next screen, Brian.
They're blue.
There you go, Guardian Matrix. They are bright blue.
That's like a royal blue.
Yeah, no, they were brown in my past, and I have residue.
You have the residue here?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Okay, so that's what it is
That
now.
blue looks so wrong. Looks weird.
Mm-hmm.
Weird blue.
Yep, there's a lot of blue going on. All right, so one of these images is the movie coming up. It's all by itself. The movie is by itself. So you'll see it when we get to it. So here's some residue of the brown. The costumes, I have a mug, I have a toy, Fred Flintstone with a brown hat. Someone should have let them know that it's blue in the cartoon. I have a Hot Wheels package with brown. Them saying yabba dabba do with brown.
Which
Now
one?
here's
This
the
one?
movie. Which one? The Hot Wheels bottom left. Yeah. So the next screen is the movie. Now the toys for the movie and the scene from the movie has brown with black, which still looks off to me because I don't remember that black. But the drawing with John Goodman is blue. I can't.
Huh.
I can't. So that whole thing is wrong to me. But at least they're brown in a little bit. So here's more residue that I found tonight. On the left, we have Pebble's hair. And the mug is in there again. I don't know why. But on the bottom right, there is Fred without a tie, and that's a storyboard from the actual cartoon.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's a great find, too.
These were last-minute finds, so I threw it in there.
Wow, you did great, Sandy.
Thanks.
Let's see. What's next?
Let's do the CDC. Because this one upsets me. It upsets me so much. It does. It really does. And what's upsetting me is somebody last night, they remembered it. No, they didn't. Yeah, they did. After we
What does
told them,
Brian
they said they
remember?
remembered it.
What does Brian remember?
Well, we're going to get to that. Just wait. Wait till he does the folder.
Brian's going to freak out.
All right, where are we at? I'm waiting for it to get on the screen. The original
It's there.
CDC Mandela effect was found so long ago, I couldn't find who found it or when. We're not going to talk about the original one, though. We're talking about a new one tonight. I'm on a delay, so it takes a second to show up on my screen. Just to recap, the CDC-ME, in case you're new, please tell me in the chat, what is the official name that you remember for the CDC? Not what it is now. What do you remember the CDC being? In the chat. Brian, what do you remember?
It's the I remember the Center for Disease Control.
Okay, let's see what the chat remembers. Okay, Scrappy Dappy do remember Centers of Disease Control. You remember of or from? For?
It was 4. I remember 4.
Okay, Matrix Seeker Center for Disease Control. And Dare Empire Center for Disease Control. Retracted by Scrappy Dappy Doo. Moon Freedom Center for Disease Control. That's all I know. Mikey says Center for Disease Control. I was wrong. Scrappy, you're not wrong. Don't say that. The Centers for Disease Control for Derek Coleman. Okay, we can move on. This is a meme that I love because it's great. It says, you think you know about the Center for Disease Control? Think again. So in my past, and most everyone else's, it was only known as the Center for Disease Control. And the old Mandela effect is now it's Centers for Disease Control. Or
Right,
so you think. Hold on. But back then it was discovered that it had changed to centers, just like that. Centers for Disease Control. However, we have a Manscuse alert. And this is for those that are new in the chat. And I know there's some of you that have never heard this word that I've made up completely. Completely made up by me. Manscuse is a convenient explanation as to why a change has happened. The explanation is usually not found with a Mandela effect. It's usually found months or even years later. Okay? It's changed again, and this time it brought along a Manscuse. Here we go. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. So going on with the Manscuse alert, it was originally called the Communicable Disease Center. I've never heard of that. In the chat, yes or no, have you ever heard of the Communicable Disease Center? Because originally, that is what the CDC stood for. This is not the Mandela effect. This is just like a bonus. In the current reality, the CDC was formed in 1946 as the Communicable Disease Center.
You know, back when we were researching the original Mandela effect for the CDC, I don't remember ever coming across this.
Me either, and that's why this is a bonus Mandela effect that I'm throwing in. And also, I don't remember malaria being like a pandemic in the United States, but apparently it was, and that's why this was formed in 1946.
Because of malaria, wow.
Malaria, right. So next slide, because this is still part of the Manscuse, not the effect. So here we go, guys. It wasn't until 1971 that the government changed the CDC to Center, not S, for Disease Control. When I researched this years ago, Center for Disease Control was erased from history. Now it's back. As of 1971, it was Center for Disease Control. Until, next slide. Is this where I say it was erased? Yeah, that's right. Center for Disease Control, which was erased from history before, has returned to our timeline in 1971. But, next slide. Okay. A decade later, in 1981, the name was changed again to the Centers for Disease Control, the Manscuse being, because there were many responsibilities of the department. So now there's a Manscuse as to why it's Centers instead of Center. However, which brings us to the new Mandela effect, another part of the Manscuse that never existed in my past until right now. Next slide, Brian. The official name is actually the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Not one of you said and prevention in the chat. Not a single person did I hear say and prevention.
No, because that would be CDCP.
That has been like that since 1992. No.
I'm calling bullshit on that one.
Yeah, no, that is a total ME. No. And not only that, the Manscuse is, it's not CDCP because they wanted to keep with tradition. So when they added the P in 1992, I just did this so you can read it because it was a really long, thin thing. But in 1970, it became the Center for Disease Control. In 1981, Center became Centers, and Prevention was added in 1992.
Okay, so you made a good timeline there.
Yes.
Thank you, Sandy.
No problem.
Putting that together.
So for 30 years, it has been the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and I never heard of it until this week. It was always, well, since the Mandela effect, I've known it as the Centers for Disease Control, and that's it. I've never heard on prevention in my life. But that's how the Mandela effect works. We shift at different times. You may have heard it. It may have been in your past, but it was not in mine. What I find even weirder is that it mirrors China, Chinese Center for Disease Control and Prevention. That's weird to me. And with current events going on in China, I don't know. Seems very suspicious. So this is Current Reality, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Basically, my entire life, from my teenage years till now, it's been this, and I've never heard of and prevention.
Pretty wild.
This is Welby, the bee, who is the mascot for the Communicable Disease Center. This was the mascot from 1946 to 1971. So, Theresa, you should know Welby. You were a child in the 60s. How do you not know Welby? Or Communicable Disease Center, for that matter.
Theresa, you on mute? Okay, let's see. She might be on mute and doesn't realize it. There's some comics here, right? Comic strip. Well, if you people can't fix my computer virus, maybe you can tell me what the heck the Center for Disease Control is doing with my tax dollars.
I'm here, guys. I'm just listening.
Yeah, I'm asking you questions, though.
Oh, question. Center for Disease Control. No centers for me.
No, but Sandy was asking if you remember Welby. You remember their mascot, Welby?
What?
Welby.
What?
This little creature right here. Do you remember him?
You're all robot-y.
No, you're the robot-y one, Theresa.
Do you remember Welby?
I can understand what he's saying.
Do you remember Welby?
Welby? No, I don't. I don't remember no B.
Do you remember Communicable Disease Center?
No.
Because you were a child in school and would have learned about Welby and the Communicable Disease Center as a kid. Because from 1946 to 1971, that was the name of the CDC, and Welby was the mascot.
So that's the man. I guess that's the main excuse of why the CDC arrived. They were in Atlanta because of the head, partly because the head of Coke had some people out on his plantation and they got infected with malaria.
Yeah,
that's why they had it there.
And the main excuse for it being centers is that they had many responsibilities, not just one. So they changed it from center to centers.
This is residue.
Obviously,
you guys see that? It's all. They all say Center for Disease Control. All right, what's next, Sandy?
Whatever you want. There's all those folders there. You can pick. The ones I added tonight that say Brian are older ones that we covered that you may have missed. Like the George Bush thing. The Bush folder.
Hang on, what's this one about? Hang on, what's this one about Plinko?
Oh, that's another one you missed. Yeah, go to Plinko. It's just a logo change, but hey, it's a logo change that's kind of crazy.
Now, was this talked about on any other show?
Yeah, my show with Curiouser. But we talked about this in 2019. This is old.
Oh, it's an old one.
It's a very old one. So I don't
So
remember on The Price is Right, Plinko having an upside down eye. Do you guys remember an upside down eye in Plinko?
no,
An exclamation point for the eye?
doesn't make any sense.
I don't remember that, Sandy.
I
Nope.
don't remember it either. Gets weirder
No
though.
way. It's so
You're
weird.
going to see the dot in the eye travel around the eye. It's going to be really weird. You'll see. There's it on the side. Looks like Punko.
And that's any Plinko game or just the one from The Price is Right?
Oh, all of them. Well, the Plinko is a Price is Right game. So if you're seeing other games, it's based off of Yeah, remember this is Pachenko. I think it's called Pachenko. Plinko is the name for The Price is Right. Yeah, they are closer in this reality.
You guys see that? And the broken P right there.
Now look at the eye. Look at the dot. Why is it on top of the L like that? Why wouldn't they just put it on top of the eye? Like, how stupid is that? The dot fell off the eye. I can't. I can't. No. And see the little wispy things at the N and the K are connected? P's got a little swoop, like a little swoop in it. Do you see the P with the horn?
Yep.
Oh, you go back. Go back one. Look at the P.
Yeah.
The little horn.
Has a little horn there at the top.
Yeah, I do not remember that.
I love Plinko. It's fun.
It is.
I actually made one. You can make one.
Yeah,
I made I took a cardboard is what I did, and like whiteboard material,
Mm-hmm.
and then I put these those miniature red cups. I glued them onto the board, right, and I made my own Plinko.
See, but Mikey, that doesn't make sense because the other logo has it completely underneath of it, like an exclamation point. I don't know. I used to watch The Price is Right every summer. Plinko was my favorite game to see them play. I do not remember it ever looking like this. Now that has no dot at all. Oh no, it does. It has a dot. It's upside down again.
You remember being just a regular eye, Sandy?
I remember the dot on top of the eye. And I also kind of remember the dot being a chip. Not that they could take the chip out, but like a drawing of the chip on top of the eye. I don't think anyone ever will, Adam, for Christ, unless they're super duper lucky, because that is all luck where it bounces. So there's Plinko how I remember it. I mean, I remember the Plinko font. I don't remember this bubble font, but I remember it being different, like the chip. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this one has a chip laying on it here. I don't get that. There's solid. I could go with that too. That looks fine. So, do not remember the moving dot.
What about Howard the Duck?
Oh, that one's kind of recent, but I think it was right around the time you decided to come back.
Okay.
This is a disturbing one.
Are we doing older ones?
What?
We doing older effects?
Yeah, there's new and older ones here, Theresa.
All right.
Theresa, you want to read this card?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions for the chat, Teresa. You want to read it?
Read what it says.
Yeah.
Which hands do you remember Howard the Duck having in the movie?
So go to the next graphic so Teresa can read the rest.
White gloves like Mickey Mouse, feathered with nails, or feathered with no nails. What do you remember about how his hands looked, if you remember this movie? What year did this movie come out? Anyone know? It's an
I
older
believe it's
80s
in
movie?
1986, I think.
In the 80s? Okay, anybody who remembers the 80s? That's older people. How do you remember his hands looking?
I remember feathered with no nails.
Bit of Venom says feathered without nails. Nice. Anybody else? Michael Ponson said 1986. Yes, but how
That's
did
what
the
I
hands
said.
look?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? I'm not getting very many sponsors.
Adam for Christ says feathered, no nails.
Oh. Anybody else? White gloves. Oh, Sandy, white gloves.
Teresa, you remembered white gloves. Well,
I know.
It's
I
okay.
know. Hey, that's what I remember. I always remember the white gloves.
Well, I do not remember nails on his feathered hand, and now there are nails, and it is creepy looking.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, look at it now, guys. This is exactly what now it looks like. Isn't that creepy? And here's some pictures.
No.
Oh, there's better.
Yeah,
There's better
Brian, to
scenes for
me,
the movie coming
white
up.
gloves.
There you
Look at
go.
this.
You can see the nails from the movie.
He needs some nail polish. I got some sparkly silver he can use, clear with some sparkles. Some other colors too. If he can do red if you want.
That's a really good point. Guardian Matrix says, that's why I think there is a legal angle to the spelling changes. Dotting I's, crossing T's, subtle changes can affect the meaning significantly. He will change times and laws.
Oh, you're right. Never thought of that.
Now here's residue of white gloves.
This is the way that I remember it.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Good residue, Sandy.
Thank you, Teresa. Because he was a comic book character, and the comic book character did have gloves.
Yes, I agree. Hopefully nothing else changes on him. It's a good one, Brian, huh?
Yeah. I love
This is
Howard the Duck.
residue of no nails but feathered hands.
Wasn't the star in here, the lady in here, wasn't she on Back to the Future? Again, related to the Mandela effect, Back to the Future, Mandela effect?
Yes, it's Leah Thompson.
Yeah, there's like a correlation there if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Lorraine?
Yes.
Yep.
Pick a folder, Brian, any folder.
Pick a folder, Brian.
Got
some good ones in there.
It doesn't have to be one that says Brian. It can be any folder.
Should we talk about the president, former president one?
Sure.
What's that one about?
It's not bad, is it?
No. This one was 50-50 in the chat when I covered it on Mandela Monday. But this one I am 100% on. It is 100% change for me. So I'm curious what the people in the chat tonight remember. How many shoes were hurled at President Bush? 1, 2, or 3? Yeah, I covered. I'm the one who found the Mandela effect of the glove with OJ. Well, I should say the hat. Johnny Cochran talks about a hat now, never did, and the quote from Johnny Cochran changed. That's what I found. All right, in the chat we have 112111. Brian, how many do you remember?
I don't know
says
this one.
2. You don't remember this?
No.
No. 1. We have 2 2s and all 1s. Okay. So no one remembers 3, thank God. That's good. Because I just threw that one in there to throw everybody off. See, and this is proof that you guys aren't making stuff up. I remember 1 shoe and now it's 2. Both of his shoes. It was just 1 in my past. Just 1. And now it's 2.
That doesn't make,
Well, he could have brought a bag of shoes.
that happened on December 14, 2008.
Yep. So there is residue of 1 shoe, though. Yes, you would think someone would have stopped him after 1. Just like the gloves went from 1 to 2, yes.
Which gloves went from 1 to 2?
Why didn't the Secret Service take a shoe for Bush? Oh, the gloves in the OJ trial. This is a farewell kiss from the Iraqi people, you dog, he shouted in Arabic, and he hurled a shoe at Bush. Not his shoes, a shoe. Mm-hmm. Okay, so threw a shoe at the United States president. Oh, you're already on the next one. Gotta remember, maybe you should be reading these, Brian, out loud because I'm on a delay.
So the incident brought back memories of former President George W. Bush having to duck to miss a shoe that was thrown at him during a press conference.
A shoe. A shoe fly, yes. That's a good one.
A fictional depiction of the shoe thrown of the shoe
The shoe.
thrown at President Bush during a press conference in Iraq in 2008. Security agents destroyed the shoes.
Shoes.
Thrown
Oh, they can't get it right.
at U.S. President George W. Bush by Iraqi journalists during checks to ensure they did not contain explosives.
Mikey says, I saw 1 shoe and I was praying to God that it would hit him in the mouth. A shoe.
Yeah, that one only says a shoe, 1 shoe.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the guy? I'm wondering, did they arrest him?
Yeah, the last article was talking about how he was being mistreated in jail.
Man who threw the shoe at George W. Bush is running for Iraqi parliament. That's great. That's funny.
There's a lot of residue for a shoe. Hurled a shoe.
Right. Through his shoe. meaning only one shoe. Perhaps maybe did they get it wrong? Did they not pay attention
All
to
of
the
these
detail?
people? All
Yeah.
of these articles. You think all of these articles and
No, no,
videos
no, no.
got it wrong?
No, I'm just saying, how could they all possibly get it wrong?
And then underneath it says through his shoes. See it? Right underneath there. I
I
didn't
thought,
highlight it, but it says it there. Oh, we're getting some dad jokes now in the chat.
oh, what kind of dad jokes? Let's hear them. I love dad jokes. Tell me
What a
one.
heel. What a heel. Good one. That's the shoe, supposedly, even though there were two.
You know the only problem about big shoes?
What's that?
They take a long time to heal.
God.
I'm sorry.
No, it's funny.
Getting a shoe thrown at him is the best thing that's happened to Bush in a while, it says.
A shoe again. He had no soul.
That's a good one.
Yeah, thought it was destroyed, right, Crypto? They said.
The
Secret
weapons of mass
Service destroyed
destruction.
the shoes.
The shoe was the weapon of mass destruction, maybe.
Yeah, that was the weapon he saw.
Which, by the way, you actually have two folders for the same thing about how many shoes were thrown.
Oh, that's a Flickr error. Flickr does that
Okay.
sometimes.
And Micah Fontaine.
Flickr likes to duplicate images, duplicate folders, throw extra images into folders that don't belong there sometimes.
Have we talked about rainbow trees? Yeah, I think we did.
No, we didn't. That was new.
Oh, we did?
There's some new
covered-
stuff
Oh, there's new stuff to it. That's why you think we
related
talked about it.
to. It's kind of added on to what somebody else had found a while back, right, Sandy?
Yes.
All right.
You want to read these
you
cards,
cover
Theresa?
that.
Yeah, why not?
Yes,
Okay.
Teresa, you read it.
The rainbow eucalyptus or Eucalyptus glupta. Next, Brian.
Oh wait, no, wait.
Oh my gosh.
Let me correct her. Originally, that said years ago, Moneybags found the rainbow eucalyptus. A few days ago, Theresa found. You can go on now, Theresa.
The Tasmanian. Can you zoom in on that? I'm sorry. Snow gum tree or eucalyptus. What the heck? Coca-fera?
Cochifera.
Okay, next, Brian.
Okay.
Coca-fera.
So this is a different rainbow eucalyptus, guys. It's a different eucalyptus with multiple colors. Go on, Theresa.
They're also not tall, straight trees. Their branches have twists and turns that really adds to the beauty of the colors. The Tasmanian snow gum tree is just as colorful as the rainbow eucalyptus, but each tree can harbor different colors, and they tend to just be 2 to 4 colors instead of all 3 colors. Good explanation.
So those are the differences between the original rainbow eucalyptus that Moneybags found and this one.
Yeah, you see the difference? Because what Moneybags found was a lot different colors, right?
And they were vibrant rainbow.
Hey, doesn't
that
more
like
vibrant?
subtle, classy rainbow?
These are more like pastels. Is that the right word? Pastels, more muted.
Pastels.
Pastels. His were more like in your face, vibrant. Yeah.
It looks
Yeah,
like
these are like
something but you would
earthy.
see on Bob Ross's paintings.
Yeah, these are real too, guys. These are real.
That one on the far left, I like that one. It looks like a beating heart.
Aren't they pretty? And there's some in the bottom there. Look at that. Look at the twist on it. Look at the one in the middle, the twist and the turn. See that? Like twisting around the branch. There, see it?
Yep.
Aren't they beautiful though? I was excited to find this one. Okay. While Ryan, go up a little bit. Yep, stop right there. While researching this, I also came across multiple eucalyptus trees that come in all sorts of crazy colors, like the candlebark and alpine snow gum trees. Sandy, I think
Okay,
you
so
found
really
that one, right?
quickly, there's 12 species of eucalyptus, and half of them
12.
have are very colorful.
Yep.
And they do look
Next week.
smooth because the bark is very thin and peels away in strips.
Yep. Next.
Or it could get eaten by koalas, right?
Yes.
No. The candlebark tree is usually a thinner tree, and once the bark peels away, is coral orange and fiery red inside. That's kind of spooky.
It looks like there's a sunset happening on the tree, but there
Yes,
isn't. That's just the
exactly.
color of the wood.
Whereas the yellow alpine eucalyptus can have multiple colors, but the main colors are usually cream and yellow with a little bit of mint green. Now that's pretty. I like the mint green.
And there you can see the bark peeling away from the tree.
Yeah. And here's some pictures right here. Look at the different colors. You got like a nice blue, and then you got it looks like a sky blue color in the middle. And on the right, it looks like you got a little bit of like a beige looking color, like tan, with a pretty blue. These are real colors. On the left, you got a little bit of a white on a brown tree. It looks like. In the middle, you got yellow and like a little bit of a purple in there.
Yeah,
Now,
those
where,
are the alpine yellow ones. Like they're very, very yellow.
Really pretty.
do these grow
Really
here in the United States? Can you find these in the United States?
I've never seen one in
Yes,
person.
some of them, but a lot of them are indigenous to Asia and Australia, but
Oh,
you
wow.
can find them here imported.
Here's some more pictures. More yellow, right, Sandy? Look at
Yeah.
the one on the left, though. What's that? That's orange, right?
Yeah, these are mainly the alpine.
The one in the middle is beautiful. All that white and the blue.
Mm-hmm.
That's really pretty. You got a really good variety of pictures. Thank you. Really good.
No problem.
Wow.
And now this is just a mashup of the remaining images.
So many different, Sandy, what I like about it is so many different patterns and twists and, you know what I mean, and colors. Just really pretty.
Yeah, very pretty.
Thank you. I enjoy doing that. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
Thank you, Theresa, for reading that.
Are you welcome? I enjoyed myself.
What's next?
Thanks, Sandy. Brian.
Whatever
What
you
about
want to
Port?
pick.
What's up with Port Royal?
Okay, we can talk about Port Royal.
What?
What is this thing with Port Royal?
What is that, Sandy?
You gonna put the graphic up?
Yep, I'm about to do it now.
I think it's yours. Oh, it's about treasure, Sandy.
Sandy, you want to read this one?
Sure.
Sandy, go ahead. It's yours.
So, guys, I can't say that this is definitely a Mandela effect, but this is completely new to me. Have you ever heard? This is a yes or no question for the chat. Port Royal, Jamaica. Have you ever heard of it? And the sunken pirate city. Has anyone ever heard of the sunken pirate city? Bit of Venom says no.
All right. Well, we're gonna learn more about it here.
Okay, so far we got no. All right, so at 11:43 a.m. on June 7th, 1692, a massive earthquake and tsunami attacked the shores of Jamaica, and within minutes, 2/3 of the city of Port Royal slid into the ocean forever.
Oh my God! Wow.
Next image. This is, you're going to find out why in a minute, why I think this is a Mandela. This was the first historical event in recorded history to have the exact time of disaster, thanks to the discovery of a stopped pocket watch in 1960. So they've known about this sunken pirate city since at least 1960.
And nobody has said a word. Like, you think we would hear about it somewhere on History Channel or something?
People have said a word. We just haven't heard of it. So keep going. Oh, the image you're looking at the top, the yellow line, is where the city used to be. That's what fell into the ocean.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
No, I can't. It gets worse. Here we go. So by the end of the event, there were 3 acres that fell into the ocean. 1,600 were initially dead. 3,300 were injured, and an additional 3,000 lost their lives to their injuries and disease. So a total of 4,600 people died. It's what makes this a Mandela for me is it's eerily similar to Pompeii, Mount Vesuvius, where the people were mid-action when they died, and there's a record of it.
Oh wow.
And the same thing happened with Port Royal under the ocean. So it happened so suddenly that the ruins under the sea show life as it was happening, like skillets on stoves. There are the remains of 2 girls who were playing in their bedroom, barrels containing trash from that day. There was even hair clippings from a man's beard. How they found that in the ocean, you got me, but they did. In recent years, there has been a movement to have the city drained and raised. In the meantime, 3D mapping and diver exploration is now how we continue to learn about the lost city. Drain the sunken pirate city on National Geographic. Drain the sunken pirate city. I've never heard of this. You were saying you'd think we would have heard of something like on the History Channel. Well, guess what? They do have stuff on the History Channel. They do have stuff on National Geographic. I still never heard of this. So here's some more images here. Oh, also, Port Royal was the 2nd largest city in the New World when this happened. So it'd be like something happening in San Francisco and us not hearing about it, like the earthquake that happened, and we never heard of it.
No.
Makes no sense. No sense at all. There's tons of maps. These are photos from now the bottom right photo, I believe, is a Photoshop. It was listed twice as one of the buildings from Port Royal, but that looks Photoshopped to me. So take that with a grain of salt. The other ones I know are actual images from Port Royal.
All right. So what's the Mandela effect that this didn't actually happen to you?
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I've never heard of Port Royal. I've never heard of the sunken pirate city. By the way, it's also a pirate city because that was the city that pirates would retire to. And I don't mean like retire in old age. I mean like give up their pirating ways and become legitimate business people. Captain Morgan was the mayor of Port Royal.
Wow.
Never heard of this place.
Anyone have any more good jokes to tell? I'm up for some.
R in the chat.
Arr.
Drain the swamp. Sunken city.
What's a Vissard, Sandy?
Well, that's what you're looking at is a Visard. These are Visards.
Where are they?
I want to mention that I originally covered this March 15th, 2020. Literally 2 weeks before we all had to start wearing masks. How weird is that? I think it's weird. March 15th, 2020 is when I covered this. Has anyone ever heard of a visor? Anyone ever see these before?
No.
Brian, have you?
Is it a mask?
It is, but just wait. I'm just waiting to see if there's any answers in the chat. They are not human skin. They're like velvet and cotton.
Can I go to the next image?
Yes, you can. So what was weird about these Visards is I've never heard or seen them before. I do want to give a little background that I went to college, graphics design, 4 years of art history class. I've never seen paintings with Visards in it. There is one right there. There's paintings with Visards. Why would you pay money to have someone paint you with your face covered with one? Because these paintings were commissioned usually.
Mm-hmm.
During the 16th century, many women wanted to keep their skin ghostly pale as it signified wealth. Only poor farm workers would have tans at that time, since the ravages of traveling generally caused them to get an unsightly tan. Many women began wearing visards, black, featureless masks covered in velvet. Women held the visor to their face by clenching an attached button or cord in their teeth. And if the paintings are anything to go by, they look absolutely terrifying and hot. So it's summertime and they're wearing these things on their faces. I can't imagine how hot that was. And not to mention the damage it probably did to their teeth. I've never seen these in my life. Well, until March of 2020. They popped up right before a pandemic where we all started wearing masks. That's weird to me.
That is weird. I have heard of masquerade parties.
You know, this was like daily life.
Wow.
Wow, thank you. Matrix Seeker says, wow, I love your channel, Brian.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And that was Matrix Seeker?
Yes.
Well,
Hey,
let me see
Curiouser.
if I have...
Curiouser's in the chat.
Hey, Curiouser.
Curiouser's never seen Visards, even though I covered it on our channel. It's okay. We forget sometimes. Hi. Theresa, where are you? Curiouser's in the chat. Theresa fell asleep.
Where's she at?
She's in the chat.
Hey, girl, what you doing? Welcome. Do you want to come on and join us?
For those of you that don't know, Theresa and I stream with Curious and Curiouser, who is also Curiouser and Curiouser, but we stream on her Curious and Curiouser channel. We also stream on my channel, Sandy Diva, occasionally, and I have a couple videos up. Literally a couple, like 2. But still, there's a couple videos up.
Sandy?
Yes.
Just tell them you're all over the place.
Yeah, I'm also on Mandela Monday on Scare Performance.
Sandy's busy everywhere, just running around.
You have a question from the chat, Sandy?
Yes, what is it?
Right there, I just put it on the screen.
What's a bizarre?
Bit of freedom.
I don't know where you can get a Visard. I'm gonna tell you, you could probably just take a shirt and chop off the sleeve and neck part so you have the tube in the center, sew it together, and then measure your face and draw a circle and cut out the eyes, the mouth, and the oval, and you got a visor. Oh, and then sew a button on the back you can stick between your teeth.
Oh, that's how you held it on?
Yeah.
Wow.
Theresa says I can't, but thanks for asking. Well, at least you're in the chat.
Well, we got a couple more to cover. I want to talk about mushrooms for just a minute.
Sure.
Is that okay, or is that a sensitive topic for some of people out there?
No.
Mushrooms. Oh no. Man, you gotta chill about that one. I'm allergic. I think I'm allergic to them now. I think I
Yeah,
am.
Teresa's allergic to mushrooms in this reality. All right,
No,
so
I'll
this
be honest
comes
with you.
from
Yeah, I just
maybe it's
found out.
Mandela.
I've been taking lion's mane.
Yeah,
mushroom.
maybe it's. Can I read it?
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
So maybe it's Mandela found this, and I just found it recently. Didn't know she had found it. The mushroom Mandela was found by Theresa Lynch this week. That's me. While after research, we discovered that what's that thing? Oh, MIM had found it last year, but we'll still need to show this because it's such a great find. This one really shocked me, guys. You ready for this one? Spell shiitake mushrooms.
Shiitake, guys.
Blank, blank. Just fill in the blank. Fill in the blank.
Virgo,
Shiitake.
and while you guys are answering that, Virgos, I hope you're in the chat. We're going to show it at the end.
Isn't it Shitake?
That's what you remember? Okay. And
Yeah.
that's Matrix Seeker remembers.
I remember it too.
Moon
Did
Freedom,
Brian?
same thing.
Did the spelling change?
Yeah, it did. Hold on.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Don't cry, Brian. I almost did. I almost cried. You'll see. Right, Sandy? Shiitake. How do you remember it being spelled, everyone?
Why do I have to show it? That's so weird. They can't write it because the word before Taki.
What?
They're writing the word and it's being held for review.
Oh
I gotta see that. Hang on, I gotta see that.
Oh wait, I need
no!
someone else to write
review?
it. Do me a favor. Somebody write it without a claw. If you don't have a wrench, write shiitake like it is in the chat. Just write it. Doesn't matter. Just write it. I want Brian to see that it's being held for review. Because I showed them all.
Did you see this comment, Mandani Mal? I'm highly sensitive. Where my mushrooms are concerned.
Here, wait, who didn't say it yet? Correction affected. Can you please write shiitake like Crypto 5 did? Just write that in the chat for me, just like Crypto 5 did.
Are they really holding it for review?
Yeah, I just want to show Brian that they're being held for review because it says SHIT. He wants to see it.
Okay, so you're telling me the spelling changed?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it did, Brian. Wait till you see it now. You're going to freak out.
No.
Ready to see the results?
Don't mess with my mushrooms.
Oh, it got messed with. That is how it's spelled.
Hell no. No.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
When did that change?
HIIT.
When did maybe it's Mandela? Is she still in there? She saw it how long ago, Sandy?
She said
Rena,
it
you
changed.
still here?
She said it changed in front of her eyes. She was not here
time.
tonight, Theresa.
Oh, I
in
thought
real time in the store. This was last year.
Yeah, that would freak me out. And there's so much residue, guys. For shiitake
on the packages.
Right there, look. On one of the packages, it even has it spelled the way we remember.
Damn.
Look at that. Zoom in, Brian, please. See it? Look at that.
Yep, shiitake, SHITAKE.
Exactly. Now it's got two eyes. Tell me that's crazy.
That's like my
Yep, look at
chili.
that.
You know chili that you eat. For me, it always had
Chili.
two L's, and now they removed one of the L's in chili.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a
I know.
tough one for me.
For
What do
me,
you
it was
guys
always
remember?
What do
one,
you
but a
remember?
lot of people remember two.
Do you remember two L's, Theresa?
I'd have to see it. I would have to see it visually, but most of me remembers one L. But I would have to see it, and maybe it would bring back some. I could also do a poll in the group, go Brian, for you if you like. I could do a poll.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the bigger Mandela effects of the night, right there. The
Yeah.
mushroom shiitake. That's a big
It
one.
freaked me out, right,
Yeah.
Sandy?
Yeah.
And then when I showed Sandy it, she was like, "What?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." And I'm glad she remembered it the way I did, because I was afraid she might.
Hang on. I'm
David
seeing a
Morris.
couple of responses. David Morris remembers chili with two L's. Bit of Venom
It's,
says chili with two L's.
I'll do it, Brian. I'll
Yeah,
do a poll.
well, you want me to do a poll? I could do a poll.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and do one if you want,
Okay, I'll do one.
because I'm curious now. Now you got me curious. It looks fine both ways to me. That's what's weird. The more that I look at the word, people are typing it, the more I'm having to Google. Oh, this is some residue from Curiousers, the green on top. See it? A lot of people
yes,
remember green being on the top, and now the current timeline is red on the top, red, yellow, green. But I do remember the green on top, and that one freaks me out. There's a red bar flag. Sandy, I think you found that one. And the
I
top
did.
one, Sandy, you want to talk about the Here Comes 2K? That was Sandy's effect. Explain that one.
Oh, I have only known Y2K as Y2K. And now
And
in this
now it's
reality, it's also known as the Millennium Bug.
bug.
Yeah.
Weird.
It was only
Sandy, that's you.
Y2K in my past.
What's this one about?
It's just residue of Y2K. I'm on a delay, Brian. You got to go slower. Can you go back one? What were you on?
We're on the
Brian,
rich and famous now.
all right, so I don't remember the lifestyles of the rich and famous. Officially, it doesn't have a the, but I don't know why the blue one does. And it is so merged. Look at the R and the I, the A and the M. You see the merging going on?
Yep.
Too much.
So the facts of life is all messed up. I have circles around the problems. Do you see them? The E is now crooked. The T is cut off. There's merging. The F is so weird to me. It wasn't like that. The L is pointed downwards in life.
Yeah, I
That
don't
whole
remember
logo
that.
is messed up to me.
I don't remember the L pointing downward either. And the F.
All right. So this is also from Curiouser. This is a science project. Garrett Morgan invented the stoplight, or one of them. And we have the green on top again. Nice find, Curiouser. Ooh, that's a good point. Bit of Venom says Millennium was in 2001. Year zero doesn't exist, so calling it Millennium Bug just doesn't make sense. Mama's Family. Okay, I need you to stop for a second. Look at the top. Do you see how far apart the letters are? And then below, do you see how close they are?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to show the next image should be screenshots of the TV series of them getting closer and closer and closer together. So they're farther apart, and then they just started squishing. And the bottom is the DVD now.
That's weird.
They're just all connected and squished.
That Garrett Morgan science project got to me. That was really good.
Nice find.
Good find. Yeah, I think we've covered. I think we've covered everything for tonight. Sandy, do you have anything more, or Theresa, do you have anything else that you want to talk about?
Nah, I think we showed enough tonight. Save some for next time.
Yeah, we're gonna save some more Mandela effects for the next
Yeah,
time. Uh,
we showed a lot. We covered a lot. A lot of good
how many
stuff.
videos have I done, guys? How many videos?
Millions
Like
total.
over probably 2,000 by now. Over
Oh, I'll
2,000.
strike a million. I can't keep track no more.
Oh, cinnamon is one of those words. Corrected, affected. Yeah, cinnamon gets me every
Oh,
time. It looks like the spelling's weird.
Brian. I don't
Yeah.
know if Burgos is still in the chat, but he wanted us to play a clip. He says between 1605 and 1705. And
Is
I'm
it
going to give you,
a copyright thing? Is it going to get me in trouble?
I mean,
Yeah.
it might, but it's from a 1950s or 60s, a black and white game show. I don't know if, like, I don't know. It's a game show.
But what are we looking for specifically in that game show?
I think he says Desi. They say the woman says Desi Arnaz instead of Arnaz.
I remember Arnez.
Right, and I think it's a clip of a woman saying Arnaz instead of Arnaz.
Oh wow.
I sent you the link, but it's
Arn
the timestamp
Arnaz?
is Arnaz instead of Arnaz, but the timestamp is
Huh.
1607 to 1707. That's a full minute. So if you guys want to talk about something for a minute, I can go listen and tell you the exact timestamp. So that way you don't have to play the all that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's fine. So did you send the link in the chat?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go play it really quick.
Just tell me, is there a more narrower time
Yeah,
scale that I can look at?
I'm gonna get it for you right now. Give me a minute.
So I'm pulling it up now too. Just give me the time that you want me to focus on.
I'm sorry, guys. Give me a minute. Wait, I got it. Hold on. It is. Oh no, where was it? I'm sorry. One second, guys. I just had it. It's because I'm trying. I'm watching it in Messenger, and it's. How do I get it in YouTube? Open it in Safari because I can't fast forward and watch it.
You got to
Such
click
a
on the
bad.
three dots, I think, and open in. I usually hit open in YouTube.
Yeah, that's because
I
I
don't know
can't
why.
control it.
I don't know why when you click on the links with Messenger, it takes you to like a mobile version of the website, and you have to like click on it to open in YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Sandy, I meant to ask, is this snowing over there by you?
I have to look outside. It's supposed to. All right, here we. I'm listening. I'm at it. Give me 1 minute. Hold on. I think I have it. All right, she says it twice.
What is she? She says Desi Arnaz or Arnaz. I mean,
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. This is hard.
well,
Okay, it's 1621. Wait,
so what?
no, it's not.
16.
Oh, for heaven's sake, there you go. 5 down and 5
Wait,
to go.
Brian, don't play that yet. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Brian, I'm sorry. I would play it from 1620.
1620.
Hold on. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's 16. Listen, it's 1605. My goodness, guys. I'm so sorry. So this comes from Virgos. He said 16. He said
And I don't know.
1605 and 1705. I know she said it twice. It kept jumping around. 1605 and 1705.
You sure it's not Duke Snyder?
Not Desi Arnaz?
Oh, I heard it. You guys hear that?
Yeah, it's fast.
All right, I'll try to boost the volume.
1605.
It's not 4 down and 6 to go. You sure it's not Duke Snyder?
Not Desi Arnaz?
Desi Arnaz. Yep, I heard it.
Now 1705, I think, is clearer.
1705.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for being here, Preliminal. I didn't even know you were in the chat.
Thanks,
With
Bruno.
the Lucy Show.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Francis?
It's not Desi Arnaz.
That one's nice and clear. That's a great
Yeah,
find,
it is. It
Virgos.
is.
You say that you're married. Does the man that you're married to also?
Oh no, close up Moon Freedom. It says Arnaz with an A.
With the Lucy Show.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Francis?
It's not Desi Arnaz.
Arnez. Yep. That's a great find.
Great find. Well, we come to a close, guys. Definitely it was Arnaz for me, too. And great residue for thank you, Burgos, for finding that.
Me too, guys.
And thank you, everyone, for
Arnaz.
being here. Thank you, Theresa Lynch, as always, for what you do. And Sandy, thank you so much. You guys
No
do a
problem.
wonderful job finding residues. I don't know how you do it.
Thank you.
It's in our blood.
I don't have a job, so this is my full-time free job.
Andy's got more time than I do.
Well, I want to wish everyone a good night. And may
Don't forget to watch the game tomorrow.
your football team win.
Get your
Good luck.
chicken wings, your nachos, and your beer, and whatever else you're drinking, and have fun. Get
But
some
don't
dipping dip-
cheer.
dip.
The CDC
Cheer.
says don't cheer.
Yeah, don't cheer.
Don't cheer. Drink your beer, but don't cheer.
That's good. Good night, everyone. Have a great Mandela Effect night. God bless everyone.
Good
Guys,
night,
have a
everyone.
great
See you
one.
next week.
See you
Good
next
night.
week.